You in the bedroom playing Yahtzee with my best friend. Hello and welcome to 4 Minute Film School. My name is Valentina V, and today we are shooting Noir. We're gonna make it look like this. Just kidding, it's modern Noir. It's gonna look like this. Let's go. To help me out here, I'm not the cinematographer for this episode. It's Laura Odermatt, who is no stranger to 4 Minute Film School. But let's tell the people who you are again.
So I am a cinematographer based in LA. I shoot mostly music videos and narrative work.
And today we are doing Noir. So what are sort of the elements that make up Noir?
Some of the classic elements that make up Noir are low-key lighting, hard light, and a lot of shadows.
And back in the day, in the 40s and 50s, Noir was just a very popular style to shoot. Obviously, Citizen Kane, one of the greatest movies of all time, was a Noir film, but it was in black and white. So today we are Fincher-esquely, that's a word, doing it in color, the modern version. All right, so we're in this garage, detached garage from a house, a perfect place to be a killer's lair.
Exactly.
We have a rookie detective who thought that he was gonna get the actual scoop and then got caught by the killer and got tied up. He's struggling in here, and then the wizened detective comes in.
Exactly.
And is like, I'll free you. So the rookie is sitting right here, right, with their arms tied, and the camera is over there.
Yes, wide shot over here.
Okay, so first we do the establishing master shot. We do all of the action in it.
Yes,
with the
exactly.
detective coming out. Now, is she gonna be opening the door in the shot?
Yes.
Okay, so the door is closed, opens it, blast of light coming in, sort of illuminating the scene.
Yep.
And then the rookie detective notices somehow, or at least notices a change of lighting.
Yes. Yeah.
Because their hands are tied behind their back, they're looking this way. It's like, help!
Exactly.
Our protagonist is the wizened detective. So that's really the world we're living in. The main focus, yeah.
So yeah, we have a close-up when she comes through the door, and then we have kind of a reverse over-the-shoulder shot of what she sees when she comes through the door.
Gotcha. So were you thinking over her right shoulder from here?
I was
over her left.
Her left.
Gotcha. Yeah. So more of like a higher angle,
exactly,
right? Because the rookie's sitting, so it's kind of like that way.
Exactly. So most of the shots are going to be on sticks, static, because it adds sort of a chilling and suspenseful feel to the shots.
Totally. And plus, back in the day, they didn't have steady cams. They didn't do a lot of camera movement. It was more of like a proscenium. Things are happening in front of you in like a more of a theater style
Exactly.
vibe. Also, I feel like in modern days, there's a lot of cuts happening all the time. Like every second, there's a cut to a new angle.
Yeah.
And in this one, I think to make it more noir, just extend that.
Exactly.
Let it play out. Not only does it add suspense, but it really shows the acting off the action of the characters.
Yeah, totally.
It might look really moody and dark in here right now, but it's actually daytime. We're shooting day for night because of our actors' availability. So we have to do this. How do we solve that?
Yeah, and we're actually, not only are we shooting day for night, but we actually tented around a lot of the openings so that we could place lights in the openings and shoot them through, and the camera too. So we are here shooting on an Alexa Mini. We have it on the ground on a sandbag. If you don't have a tripod that goes low enough and you don't have access to a hi-hat, that's a super easy trick to just throw it on a sandbag on the ground. So we chose the Dutch angle in order to really heighten the drama of the shot. This is the wide shot that covers everything, so we want to get it as suspenseful and intense as possible. We're going really wide just so we can feel the space and see all the lighting that we're doing.
When we're looking at production design, it really helps inform our character, and it gives more to the story than just having like plain white walls or nothing in the scene. So in this case, this is the garage layer of our evil villain who has tied up our poor little rookie detective. But it's also kind of just where he leaves all his stuff. So he's throwing about his boxing equipment, his golf clubs, this saw very ominously right here next to the Buddha, you know, because you got to have the evil next to the good. All right, so instead of blacking out this window, we actually made a tent so that we could put this light in here.
We did.
So here we have the 300D with the spotlight mount. What else did we do to it?
So we also added a CTB to make it extra blue, and then we also have a Venetian blinds gobo inside of it. Venetian blinds are very much a trope of noir, and the reason why we did that is it gives impressions of hard lighting in the scene.
In fact, you can only get Venetian blinds if you're using a hard light. You can't put a gobo in front of a soft light. It's just not going to get those cuts happening.
Exactly.
Because we're not doing black and white, we're doing color, you've added this gel. Now, why decide to do CTB?
So we added CTB. The 300D is already daylight balanced, but we wanted to add an extra layer of full CTB just so we get that extra blue. And so we have the moonlight here, and then we have the sodium vapor type light over there. And we do that just because blue and orange really look well together.
And we're also complementing this with the color of his clothes.
Yes.
Welcome to my new apartment. Sorry it doesn't have windows, but it does have two really cool lights. So here we have the Nova and the 300D2 with the spotlight mount. And I see that you've chosen a color temperature on this one because it's adjustable, and you sort of matched it here.
Yes, exactly. So we have the Nova is sort of more of like a fill, a general fill, and then we have this flag blocking it off. Because it's a soft source, we don't want it to spill all over the place. So we controlled it here, and then we have the spotlight that's directly hitting the subject.
And I like that they're angled, which means that that sweep when the door opens is really gonna play on the floor.
Exactly.
Mostly. And because you're at a lower angle with your camera, that's gonna be super visible. And for talent, because he's not looking in this direction, that's how he knows
Exactly.
that the door's been opened.
So for this top light, we have a 60D, and we have a spotlight zoom on it. And that's kind of just to give an extra emphasis when the door's closed, just so you can make out the character and like his shape and everything.
I mean, normally you wouldn't have a circular colored skylight happening, and this doesn't quite give the moonlight vibe.
Exactly.
But I don't think it has to be motivated.
No, I totally agree. Normally you wouldn't really want the hard light because it's not very flattering. You get the shadows around the eyes, but we like it because it adds some mystery.
What about this light over here?
So this light is another 60D with a softbox, and we're doing that just so you get a little bit of exposure on the face and so you can see the eyes.
As far as, you know, for the camera, the rest sort of falls off into darkness.
Yes, we wanted a lot of drama and contrast within the scene because it's a noir.
And we also had these practicals already in here with these beautiful bulbs. At first we thought maybe we'd use them, but we ended up not doing it.
They weren't giving too much out, and then just so we could control the lighting that we do have in here, and that's why we chose to use the spotlight mount, just because it's super hard, super focused, and we can control it.
All right, and then before you go up to him, like as soon as you open the door, you realize that he's in here, you realize what's going on, because up till now, you don't know if this is the right spot.
Okay.
You're just guessing. You're like, I hope I found the villain's lair. I hope he's in here. I hope he's not dead.
Okay.
So you come in, you have a moment of realization, and then you're like, okay, I'm gonna help him.
All right, pictures up, quiet on set. Let's roll camera.
Camera speeds. 13 Baker, take one. Camera set.
3, 2, 1, action.
So for the close-up, we brought up our fill, so it was playing a little bit more on our main actress. And then we also took the Nova and we brought that up as well, just so we could really hone in the way that it hit her face. You won't really notice this on the wide, but we wanted to make it as precise as possible for the close-up. And then we also noticed that there was some daylight peeking through some of these wood beams. And you could, if you didn't like it, you could cover that up with like floppies or solid or anything. But we really liked what it gave to the look, so we just kept it. All right, we're ready for a take.
3, 2, 1, action. So now we have sort of flipped the world and we are in a point of view shot.
Yes. We're on sticks on the point of view shot. We're kind of sticking with the whole noir static to create suspense. And then we also have the light coming through the door as she's opening it to reveal him.
And has there been a lot of changes in what lighting we're using and doing?
So we actually flipped this flag so that we take some of the light exactly that was hitting that in the foreground. It was a little bit distracting, too bright.
Yeah, this is way brighter than what's inside, so we're just flagging it off, but it still doesn't detract from all the light that's spilling into the room. 3, 2, 1, action. All right, that's a wrap. Good job, everybody. Good job. So we're done, and it's still daylight outside.
I know.
So good job on that. This looked really creepy.
Thank you.
So for the modern noir, what did we do?
So we focused on low-key lighting, hard lighting, and playing with shadows today.
I love the shadow gag. That was probably my favorite thing.
Me too. I really love the Venetian blinds.
Venetian blinds too, that hard cut.
Exactly.
That's very noir. How would you define the modern noir? Let us know in the comments for your chance to win an Aputure F7 light. That's it for me and Laura. If you want to follow us, our social media links will be down below. And please like this video, give it a thumbs up, you know what that looks like, and subscribe to the channel. We want to bring more content like this to you every single week. Till next time, happy shooting. Oh wow, coordinated.
I know.
We didn't even plan that. Also, we have this table saw here, and you can see that maybe he's been doing some carpentry, or maybe has he been carpentrying some bodies? Is it a murder situation? I don't know.